Once again, we're going to be using this machine just to see exactly if it's any good to making dough. Now, I've got a spiral mixer at work. Now, I can tell you straight away, spiral mixers are absolutely brilliant. There's no doubt about it. There is a downside to them. They do create heat. Now, I've noticed a number of YouTubers telling you it doesn't create heat. They are talking absolutely BS. Spiral mixers will create heat. That's what they're designed for. Professionals will tell you they're not for cooling the dough, they're for speeding it up. And that's why we get nice rolls, and sometimes I'm going to say spiral mixers are a bit too much for traditional type bread because it can blow it if you overmix it. Now we're going to put this onto our machine. Very simple. Just make sure it's well turned like that so it's clicked. Everything's connected and tightened up. So we'll drop this down. Now when it comes to the dough, the minimum for dough, it does say here 1 kilogram, but I bet you can go down to 500. Basically what they're saying is the maximum amount of flour you can use in this machine bowl, 3,200 grams, which is basically 3 kilograms of flour plus 200 grams plus your water. So you should still be under that 5 kilogram, which is most important because I don't believe this machine could cope with more. If anybody's trying to put more in this machine, it won't last long. This is not a commercial machine. Now all we want to do is just mix this in so all the ingredients are basically just mixed together. So everything is wet. First speed, or whatever speed you call it. And if you think that's making a din, it is. So let's take it up to 10%. That's making a winding noise, isn't it? 15, we'll take it to 20%. Just to make sure everything's sort of... Now on my machine at work, it'll go the opposite way round as well. We'll knock up to 30. It's nice to see that this machine isn't rocking around at the moment. Right, we'll set a timer for 10 minutes. Now, I think it's going to take around about 10 minutes. They usually do. Now, all we're going to be doing is adding our salt in. So we'll get that going. We're going to mix this for 10 minutes. Go. So that's 10 minutes on 30%. A little bit more water in. Well, that's 2 minutes. What we're going to do now is add our salt in. And salt always makes it go a bit looser. Add the rest of the water in. Right. That don't sound too bad, does it? To me, it just sounds like a noisy fan. But I think to most people that does sound a bit noisy. All right, we'll come back in 7 minutes. Well, there you go. That's our sourdough. So let's have a look and see what it's like. I like all the noises it does. Use a little bit of water. Let's see what type of window we got in this. Have we got a window or nothing? Not a lot of a window, is it? But believe me, you don't really need loads of window for this type of recipe. Let's get out the bottom. That ain't too bad. See? Look. I think if we give it a mix now on a higher speed and see what that does. Right, now we're going to whip it up. I'll give it another. I would say about, let's whip it up. Let's have it on 50, all right? That's looking good, isn't it? You wouldn't want to go any higher than 50 because that machine will shake, rattle and roll. Because at the moment, that machine is not moving at all. Look at that. That is solid. That's how it should be. Right, I'm going to call it on that. That to me is fine. Little tip, get yourself some spray and just spray around the edge. Like that. Okay? And that's done. You've got to be careful you don't physically overmix this stuff, because that's the important thing. You don't want to overmix it. Now see the difference 1 minute makes. Look at those.